at the third example before we go into the tools and the frameworks. The third example is from a totally diverse industry, and this is aerospace defense. Consider, imagine a price tag of $190 million. What do you think that is? It's the price of one fighter jet, F-22, $190 million. Every year, 10 new F-22s are added to the Air Force fleet. By 2011, I think the Air Force would have 187 in all. So for a long time, there has been a debate that the inability to cut aircraft costs is a key vulnerability in the long-term military strength of the United States. Yet, that is how it is. Now imagine another price tag, which is $33 million. And you would be amazed to see that here, that is also a jet fighter plane. That's the JSF F-35. I'm sorry, I have a lot of echo. Is it too loud? Okay. Is it okay? Okay, so that's the JSF F-35, which is supposedly 8 times better than the legacy air-to-ground battle attack. It's 4 times better than the I think in reconnaissance and defense. So it's much superior in its ability to the planes that the Air Force has, the Navy has, and also the Army has. This Joint Strike Fighter is meant for all 3 branches rather than just the Air Force. Now, how was that made possible? Now, if you look at how the military industry traditionally designs and orders its planes, they order it differently. Why? Because their perceptions of what an ideal plane is totally different. So the Air Force, for example, wants a plane which is the fastest. I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable with the loud voice. It's okay? Okay. So the Air Force wants to have the superior air performance, and that is why they have they focus on agility, they focus on stealth so that they are invisible to the enemy radars. What do the Marines want? They want that their plane should be it hovers like a helicopter, yet it performs as a jet engine. And it has countermeasures so that it can evade the low altitude missile attack. And what about the Navy? With aircrafts that are stationed like thousands of miles away from the nearest maintenance hangar, they want to have an aircraft that is maintainable, easily maintainable, yet strong as a Mack truck so that it can absorb the carrier landings and also constant exposure to salt air. So their perceptions of what an ideal plane is has been different for a long time, and that is why these are 3 different industries. The plane that's designed for the Air Force is not supposed to be for the Marines. It's not supposed to be for the Navy. Now, the JSF project, what it did was that it tried to figure out what were the most important features. The industry has been focusing on design customization, weapons customization, mission customizations, and lots of customizations for all of these different branches. So they tried to figure out what are the most important of the things. Let's just focus on those and eliminate and reduce everything else. And that's what they did. They found that the answer for Air Force came down to just stealth and agility. For Navy, it was maintainability and durability. For Marines, it was short takeoff and vertical landing and countermeasures. So they focused on just these 6 factors, eliminated everything else. And what was that everything else? It was design customization, it was weapons customization, it was mission customization, thereby making a plane which was much low in cost structure, so $33 million as compared to $190 million, so much low in cost structure, yet had value for a huge market, not just the Air Force market, not just the Navy market, not just the Marines market, but for all of them. So in 2001, the largest military aircraft contract was signed with Lockheed Martin, and the first JSF F-35 is supposed to be delivered in 2010. And of course, it's a huge blue ocean strategy for a number of reasons. One, it has shown to the government how spending can be optimized. Secondly, it has the support of all three branches, which has never happened before. Thirdly, it lowers the cost structure and offers exceptional value at the same time. So you can see the same pattern over here too. In a nutshell, if we had to describe what blue ocean strategy is, it's basically a strategic alignment of three propositions. One is the value proposition, which is for the buyers.